A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twin Flame Union. And this channeling is titled as Dreaming About You. Now, the masculine, feminine, male, female, I don't want to create any confusion. I'm going to talk about the mirror is dreaming about the twin flame. That's how the message was given, okay? The mirror that is in match of the frequency of the twin flame is dreaming about the twin flame. It is also asking this question, am I dreaming about you because we are in love with each other? Do I dream about you because I like you? Or do I dream about you because there is something more to it? Is there some kind of a sign? Something I need to figure out? Okay. So, it actually means that the mirror, he always feels like the dream comes, he or she always feels like the dream comes very abruptly, or it comes when he wasn't or she wasn't even expecting it. And I'm talking about the energy that matches with the healed twin flame. Okay, now this is a twin flame who has been doing a lot of work in the past few years, and now they don't care about the other person. Okay, another line that was given to me was, he only comes in when you let him. When you let him in. So this is literally the opposite of why am I dreaming about you? Is it because I'm in love with you? So I was told that he only comes in when you let him is happening when the feminine or the masculine, again, no confusion to be created, the twin flame is working on themselves. Okay, they are doing inner work and they realize that they have been daydreaming, not just dreaming, but daydreaming a lot about the other person, and they keep thinking about the other person. And this has to stop. This has to stop. This can't go on and on and on and on because of that, they are kind of obsessed and they are not able to live in their present moment. They need to be in the present moment and they need to focus on their life. They need to focus on their ecosystem. They need to focus on what their soul needs, what are the traumas that they need to work on. And for that, they also need to surrender to a master, to a teacher. And they need to then follow the master, follow the teachers, or they need to follow the higher ascended masters, okay? As I keep saying that our twin flame gurus are Ram and Sita. Surrendering is not an easy process, literally, because surrendering is about killing your ego. When you are in the state of ego, that time you don't think that you can ever be wrong. You are always right, always 100% right, okay? And if you are right, and if you have a ego projection that is about self-criticism and overthinking, then even if you are right, you will never be able to have confidence about it. You will always think that if I don't do this, if I don't please people in a certain way, if I don't say yes to everything they say, if I don't apologize to them for things that I've not even done to them, if I keep massaging their ego, if I keep putting them on pedestal. Sometimes the narcissistic people, these are the children who were basically the enabled child, okay? They may not have so many great things in them, or they may be having some other things in them which they don't even know. They only discover those qualities when they start doing inner work. But they were massaged so much, their ego was massaged so much that they were always told that you're right, my child, you're right, my child, you're wonderful, my child, you're perfect, my child, you're the best dancer, you're the best singer, you're the best this, you're the best that, constantly told, given those illusions and delusions. But when they get into the twin flame journey, okay, and I'm talking about the twin flame journey is sort of tricky in a way that it affects a lot of people. It not only affects the twin flame or the twin flame's perfect mirror, but it also affects the karmics. It will affect the soulmates. It will affect the false twins. It will affect the biological connections, it will affect so many people. Just their confidence, just their healing will affect a whole lot of people. That's why they are spread out all over the world, and they are not like literally with each other or together. Sometimes this separation is also happening because of that, because they carry this energy, and that energy can have an impact on a huger area. Otherwise, why two people who are twin flames are not best friends with each other? One is in America, one is in Europe, one is in India, one is in Africa, one is somewhere, one is in Vietnam maybe, one is in Singapore. So many of them are there, but they are not so many. They are not like everywhere. At the same time, I try to make people remember that you should not take it like a superiority complex. The only reason why we are doing this work over here is because the twin flames don't get enough support, and they don't get genuine support. Okay, they keep coming across people who have a very big ego, and they somehow keep themselves on a pedestal, like they are very special, they are touch me not, they are so this, they cannot do anything for anyone. If by chance they find out that I am doing something for someone, or I am making another person happy, then immediately they would want to either get something in return, or they will act out in such a way, like in a self-sabotaging way, in a way that's also happening, that they will balance it out. So twin flames should not feel bad about it. Okay, now when this other person says I am dreaming about you, that's because the twin flame has stopped giving them that much importance. Any which way, they don't deserve the importance. They are not worthy of it. They need to earn it. They may be worthy of it. They may be having some wonderful qualities in them, some great qualities in them, but there's so much of programming on top of them that those qualities, they are hidden somewhere because of the ego, because of the narcissism, because of the bad habit of constantly being kept on the pedestal. They are always so vulnerable that everybody has to take care of them. And the twin flame is like, how long can I do this? I can't do this. And when they run away, when the mirror runs away and they don't want to give an explanation, they don't want to care about it, this is when the actual inner work starts. When the actual inner work starts, when the real hardcore, deep inner work starts, that's the time they realize, how many thoughts have I been thinking about this one person? On a daily basis, on a regular basis. It's like I am doing nothing but this. So I need to stop doing this. And then this voice, the voice that is giving me this statement to share it with you all, is he is only entering, or he can only enter if you let him enter. So they are telling this to those people who are doing inner work and trying very hard to stay focused on their path, to remain upright on their path, so that they can create a wonderland, or they can create peace in their world, because they need to be in the present moment. The only way you can be peaceful is by remaining in the present moment. The only way you can be peaceful is by being content of what you have. The only way you can be peaceful is by accepting. So many times we are wrong and so many times we are right. We need to accept both, and then we become a very neutral person. Then we don't have any right or wrong. Okay, and what happens with the twin flames is that they are actually subjected, and all this projection is thrown at them about right and wrong constantly since childhood, and they are mostly made to believe that they are usually wrong. All the time they are wrong, even if they are doing good things, even if they are actually doing something special, something nice for other people. But those other people don't appreciate it at all. They don't appreciate that, yeah, I was made to feel special, or I was made to, but they have other demands, like you do this for me. Say the twin flame as a child made a beautiful card for someone, okay, a handmade card, and it was a very special thing. And then they gifted that handmade card to that other person, a friend, someone they had a crush on, somebody, okay, somebody important. And it was a beautiful gesture, but the other person is not happy with it. They wanted another gift, or they wanted something which was bought from the market, not handmade. Okay. So even though it was a nice thing they did, even though the gesture was very nice, even though the gesture was very special, it was trying to tell the world that, yeah, you matter, or you're good. It was nice to know you. Here is your birthday present or your whatever festival card. I made it with my own hands. I stood up in the night and I did something nice for you. But the other person has a complaining nature, or they are very greedy, or they want things to happen according to them, according to their whims and fancies, so they don't appreciate the twin flame's effort to make them feel nice. So what happens to the twin flame? They feel bad about it. They feel like, what did I do? I did something wrong. All I was trying to do was make a person feel good. All I was trying to do was share some positive energy, spread the love. But my spreading of the love is being seen as something so mean, so negative, or something wrong. So I don't want to do anything for such people. And this is how the twin flame shuts down. And then it takes so many years for the twin flames to open up to love again. When they meet a divine masculine or a divine feminine, the potential divine masculine or potential divine feminine, no matter what they do for them, no matter how many efforts they make for them, no matter how many good things they do for them, with a good intention, with a nice intention, how many times you try to make that person feel special, the other person is constantly complaining. Constantly saying, I don't like this, I don't like that, why did you do this, why did you do that, you should have asked me about it, you should have taken my permission for this, or you should have questioned me first. So many things they put on the path of the twin flame, which again keeps them taking back to that old, unappreciated child who was constantly made to feel bad about whatever they did, the nice things, for another person. And there are so many examples like this, I remember sharing a story about a girl who had this narcissistic mother. And I read about this story in a book actually. And she went to some store and she saw a beautiful purse and she thought that I would gift it to my mother. And then for the next 3 months or 4 months, couple of months maybe, she didn't eat her lunch. She saved that money that was given to her for lunch, for recess. And she saved that money. The poor child saved every single penny, every single dollar, whatever she could get. And after a few months of saving, she was finally able to buy that wallet, that purse for her mother. And when she gifted it to her mother literally took it and threw it on the wall and said that you stole it. You thief, you stole it from a store. Because the mother was not ready to believe or to even find out that my child was doing something nice. My child didn't eat lunch for months and months and months. So save every single penny, to save every single cent, just to gift this to me. She put it on a nice wrapping paper. And what did the mother do? She made the child feel so wrong and so disgusted, even though child made a nice gesture for the mother, such a big gesture actually. So this is what shuts down the twin flame from believing in love or believing in anything nice. This is called narcissistic abuse, because narcissistic people, usually they are never happy no matter how many nice things you do for them. Because they always want things to happen according to their, everything has to happen according to them. Each and everything, small or big doesn't matter. So then this becomes very imperative for the twin flame to work on themselves, to heal themselves, so that they don't go after these type of people. They don't have to please these type of people. They don't have to please these type of lovers, even if they might be coming across, as because of their intuitive gifts. Now, when you have intuition power, sometimes you can read the people's energy, but they may not be presently that equipped or that nice. Presently, they may be having a lot of negative energy around them, okay, but they read the person, they can see, okay, in future this person is going to be my perfect divine masculine or perfect divine feminine, and they start loving that person even when those people are not ready to be loved yet. That's the reason why they're constantly scared, the mirrors, like I'll get rejected, or I'm not that good enough, Or that's actually not really I would get rejected. Subconsciously that could be the belief system, but on the outside they don't show that. They don't say, hey, I think you're too good for me, I think you're too nice for me, that's why I'm going away from you. That would have made things so much easier, right? They don't do that. They get jealous, they get insecure, and they start doing mean things. They start saying mean things. They are very harsh, in their discussions and their communication with the twin flames and twin flame, and then they go on a rampage. It's like, I want this, I wanted you to do this, I wanted you to do that, you can't give me this, you can't give me that, and then they end up with a karmic template or a full-on karmic, and the karmic can come in any shape, size or form, and they are like, yeah, now this is the better choice for me because that stupid person was doing this or was doing that, or whatever they were doing, XYZ things. But when they get their ass whopped by the karmic, one karmic or more than one karmic, that's when they learn that the twin flame was so much better to me, so much nicer to me. They were offering so many things to me when I was not doing even so much, like the energy exchange that was being shared, the things that was being given to me, the gifts, they were way too much, for what I was or for who I was. So this realization happens, but this realization cannot happen until and unless the twin flame becomes very bold in saying no. No, no, no. I don't allow your energy to come into my life because your energy is going to, your energy is just making me feel that I'm good for nothing, that something is wrong with me while I'm telling you all the good things, while I'm putting you on the pedestal. You may not be that great right now, you may not be that nice a person, but I'm constantly telling you that you are special, you're amazing, you're wonderful, you're loving, you're kind. So they also get like, oh wow, I'm so good. Now they want more of it. Now they want slavery. Now they want you to become a servant of these people, which you should not. Tell them, prove yourself, prove your worth in order to get time from me. Prove your worth to get my affection. Prove your worth to get my attention. Prove it to me. Prove it to me that you deserve it. With all your ego, with all your narcissism, you can't. Okay? So sometimes it so happens that it might take time, like it might take 2 years, 3 years for you to 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. I don't know, that number is predestined by God. Finally, the twin flame understands that, okay, I need to stop thinking about this person. I need to stop daydreaming about this person. Or if they are not in that sort of a separation, then I need to stop saying no to them, and I don't need their bullshit in my life. And I don't need to please them. I don't need to do what everybody else is doing to them. I don't need to tell them that you're wonderful, you're this, you're that, when they are not really. And I don't need to give them my time and my commitment, just like that. I don't need to. So when they say that, even mentally, for some people it's mentally, the moment that person enters your thoughts, or the moment, they make you feel good or bad or whatever, you can stop them from entering. That is called energetic blocking. Energetically you block that person, and that person gets to know that I don't have entry here. I don't have entry here. They might resort to some means, like later on, when the runner comes back, the runners also try to come back, and they also try to do a lot of things to get the attention. But why do they do it? Has anyone thought about it? Why do they come back, and why do they seek your attention or your affection or your validation or your whatever love or your commitment? That's because they don't get it energetically from you. They stop getting it from you. And they only stop getting it from you when you get detached, so that you can put your foot down and say that if you want to be with me again, then you need to come up to this level, of awesomeness. And I'm not saying this because I'm superior from you, or I'm better off than you, or I'm this or that. But it's because I have also lived in a lot of dark nights. I have also witnessed a lot of bad, energetic moments and shifts where I was made to feel that I'm not good enough for you. I'm not good enough to be next to you. You are such a great personality that I cannot be next to you. You can't talk to me. You can't speak to me. You can't commit to me. You can't even look at me. You don't want to know about me. You don't want to know if I live or die. One day you're talking to me and the other day you just humiliate me, you just insult me, you just walk all over me. So, I am sorry, but I am not a doormat. I am not your slave, I am not your servant. So that kind of message will only happen when you work on yourself. And this channeling is about those people actually who work on themselves enough. They stop daydreaming, they stop living in fantasies. It is the fantasy that makes you feel miserable. Please remember that. It's not reality that hurts. It's the fantasy that hurts the most. Okay? So, don't let the fantasies hurt you. Don't let the fantasies get the better of you. And don't hang out with people who don't respect you, who make you feel disgusted, who make you feel you're good for nothing. And most importantly, when you do something nice for them, they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate it. On top of that, they complain about it. Don't let these type of lovers or family members or friends or anyone, business people, peers, don't let them around you. Okay? Because if you have to justify everything you do, it's going to be bad for your mental health. And your energy is going to dissipate. It's not easy to charge yourself every day. You have to do so much inner work to be charged constantly, right? To be charged and to be relaxed and to be focused, and most importantly, to move on. Move on from those negative energies and negative forces. The day you can move on very fast and get back to the next thing. You do the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. That's called moving on. You know how to move on now. You don't let the drama affect you. You don't let the drama or the negativity affect you and bring you down. It makes you even stronger because you're like, okay, I don't need this. Keep the drama to your mama. So he's trying to enter her dreams space. Why? Or he's thinking about her. Why? Or he's making efforts for her. Why? Because she's not letting him energetically control her life. Imagine so many of the feminines, before they come to the conclusion that they need to get into therapy, that they need to get into hardcore inner work, they spend a whole lot of time waiting. And I have already created a channeling or information video on waiting energies. Please watch it if you have not. Those people who are in the waiting energies for way too long, they waste a lot of time and they go nowhere. Because waiting actually means to not go anywhere, just wait. You're left behind by something or someone and you're just waiting for them to come back to you. And for how long are you going to wait? Okay? For how long are you going to wait? You can't wait. It's not like your mother goes out to a shop and you're sitting at home and she says, wait till I come back and I'm going to give you some food. If the child is too hungry and the child can't feed itself, child will get up and feed itself. Child is not going to wait for the mother. But if the child is too small, too young, even the child is going to cry and create a ruckus around him or her. Wake up the neighbors, disturb the neighbors. The child is hungry. Even a child cannot wait for that long, So why are you waiting for that long for people who don't appreciate you? Okay? So this is the channeling's energy. Energy is very wonderful, very strong, very powerful. Every time I get these type of energy channelings, I experience something around this energy so that I can explain it better. You don't have to be taken for granted. You don't have to be waiting and even daydreaming and even, constantly affirming, I want this person, I want this person, I want this person, like how they tell you in the law of attraction videos. If they don't appreciate good things you do for them, even energetically you should not entertain them. Simple as that. And don't be scared. Don't be scared what's going to happen if they're not in my life. Don't be scared what's going to happen if I lose out on this or that. Don't be scared. Universe is very abundant place. When you do not take what's not good for you, what's not meant for you, you're bold and you're confident enough to make those type of choices, the universe has your back. Even more in such situations. Okay? So for your personal situation, you can check out the description box. It has the details on reading sessions and therapies. It's very important for people to get into therapy so that they can clear the traumatic energy that creates block in the union. Actually, maximum people are not in union, and the reason why they are experiencing separation is because they have blocks in all of their chakras, mostly. All of their chakras from top to bottom have blocks in them. That's why they never experience what you're here to experience, and they are stuck in the lower frequencies, in the lower dimensions. They cannot even go to 4th dimension. When they go to 4th dimension, it feels very nice, but something happens and then they are back in the 3rd dimension. And they can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel the dimension. Sometimes you can feel that you're in a different dimension right now. Just, it is so clear. Energetically it is so clear. It's like a drug, when you take a drug, you can feel that there is a downward spiral that I'm going into. So thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you soon in another one. One love and peace out. And yeah, the disclaimer is that kindly do not share your twin flame story with me. Even in therapies, guys, you are not supposed to share the story with me. Because in therapy, we follow a protocol, we follow a step-by-step procedure. Then I ask you the questions one by one. There are questionnaires that you need to answer one by one, and there are assignments that you need to do. And they are supposed to be done in a certain format. So unless I don't ask you, you don't have to tell me anything. And there are so many things that intuitively pop up in readings and intuitively pop up during therapy sessions, and intuitively, this is what happened, that is what happened. So that is even more interesting, because then, the work becomes more adventurous, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even share about this and still this is happening. So that is literally grace of the masters and grace of the spirit guides and grace of source. When things happen like happenstance, the intuition is working very well at that point in time. So yeah, thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you soon in another one. One love and peace out.